This is my randomology, and today we are scraping the bottom of the barrel. If you've been following the channel for any length of time, you know that I love horror. These are mainly horror movies that I watch on here. And I have a soft spot in my heart for really bad horror movies. You know, I was lucky enough to have grown up in the era of the video store, where you could peruse the horror aisle and just find the schlockiest of the schlockiest. I've seen movies I don't think I've ever seen on a digital platform before. But thankfully, we now live in the era of Tubi, which is basically the 21st century equivalent of the video rental store, because you can find all manner of crap in that place. I love it. I love it. And if you go ahead and search for Amityville, you find literally dozens upon dozens upon dozens of movies. Now, this is because even though the Amityville Horror is a classic movie, which I got a remake with Ryan Reynolds, the story itself can't be copywritten. It's based on an actual murder case and an actual supposed haunting. These are things that actually existed, so nobody can actually copyright it. So all these other studios have basically free reign to just slap Amityville on anything and make a movie about it. You know, it's like all those movies that have shark in the title. I asked Facebook, which one of these movies should I watch? And you know, there's plenty on here. There's Amityville Exorcism, there's Amityville Karen, Amityville Clown House, I think was one of them. But the one that stood out, the one that people were interested in, was Amityville in Space. And let me tell you something, when a franchise goes into space, you know things have taken a turn. The thing is, this thing came out, I'm not sure when, it was only like maybe 2 years ago, I think? And the Amityville series, and I call it a series even though most of these movies are not connected to each other, I'm pretty sure we jumped that shark a long time ago, but you know what? Amityville in Space. Let's give it a whirl, alright? Let's see what happens. I mean, I seriously doubt that this is the worst decision I'll ever make for the channel. So, let's do it. Amityville in Space. And of course, if you like what you're watching, go ahead and head over to Patreon, subscribe, give us a like here, subscribe to the channel, or become a member and get the videos early, as well as a couple of exclusives. There it is. As I understand it, the Amityville house, the actual house, doesn't actually have those windows anymore. This is apparently... oh, God. This is apparently a sequel to another one of these Amityville movies. I think it was Amityville Exorcism. So I have no desire to see that, so I'm just going to jump into this one.
Evening at the infamous Amityville house, something is about to go down, and we at KC Channel 9 are here to report.
Is this really newsworthy?
To stop whatever evil resides in this house, on this property, and in our nightmares.
Why don't I just get the town together and lob Molotovs at this thing?
Salvation is what's going on here.
You're Father Benna. Are you here to
Father
perform an
Benna?
exorcism?
Who are you, and why should I care?
This house is evil incarnate.
Incarnate?
Spread. To stop it, we must strike at its roots.
I mean, it does spread. I mean, there's one of the sequels from 25 years ago where a lamp was possessed.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Yeah,
Yes.
why is there a news crew here? Seriously. Obviously not the actual Amityville house.
That? The door shut on its own.
The door shut on its own on a windy day?
Get back here, you
Really?
chicken
Special effects by the director's nephew. Does the devil not have anything else to do? Is this really the best use of his time?
What the hell is going on in there?
Hell!
Hell is what's going on there. I need to step back.
This movie's doing my job for me. I don't know if we need the label that says holy water. We're gonna assume that you're sprinkling holy water. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna watch this and think, is that Mountain Dew?
You hence leave this house, this town. As I command you, so does the living.
All that is required to perform an exorcism. I mean, why was this not done before?
compels you. The cross compels you.
I guess it would have been too on the nose if he said the power of Christ compels you. Ow. Wow, we're just gonna manipulate a JPEG?
It's very easy to criticize.
Fun, too.
I'm sorry, did he just pray the house launch like a rocket? They're watching a house launch, and this guy's just smoking a cigar, like, he just saw two birds doing it, like, whoa, what's that? So the Amityville house has a warp drive. Priest performed an exorcism and launched the house into space. Don't use NASA font. I know jack all who these people are. You know, I should do a study of what's the scale on which you look at cheap or bad movies. Like, at what point are they bad? At what point are they entertaining? At what point are they endearing? There's gotta be a scale of some sort out there. And if there isn't, I'll make one. I'm seeing a lot of the same names. This feels like it would have been, like it's a family production. Yeah. Okay, now this is like a 1999 Windows screensaver. That's special visual effects. Oh, they're special, all right. Titanium Render Group. I don't know who you all are, but I'm guessing they paid you maybe $200 to do this. All right, so fast forward 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years. Wyoming 227, Deep Space Cruiser. Destroy rogue black holes.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb.
Cyborg Operator is literally a guy wearing Mylar. This shot does not look bad. I have concerns about the sets and pretty much everything else.
That's interesting.
Am I gonna live?
I don't know, but why couldn't the camera follow her properly?
I think it's just space stress. Can I get dressed?
You could just call it stress. You don't have to call it space stress. How do you destroy a black hole? I'm not looking for hard science here. This is not going to be The Expanse. This ain't even going to be Star Trek. On a bad day.
Destroyer 52, pre-programmed and armed for whenever duty calls for it.
Why do you just have it armed?
I don't need.
Why is there such an echo in here? Is this a CG corridor? What? It didn't match the look of anything else on these. I hesitate to call them sets.
To your service, space is safe for exploration and colonization.
Thank you, Madam.
Is there a big problem with black holes out there?
Concerns. We're also down to our last destroyer missile, and after we nuke another
a destroyer
black hole,
missile?
we will be out of armaments.
Okay. Seems redundant, but let's go with that.
Might go against corporation policy.
Not when I'm calling the shots, Captain.
Calling the shots. The line is calling the shots.
Some time.
Is it sad that I know exactly what picture that was that they warped to do that? It's a famous picture of a galaxy.
The largest one on record.
Either way,
sorry.
Warhead will
Largest one on record? Do you have any idea how much the one at the center of the galaxy is?
Hey, Captain, you better get to the bridge.
Wait, what was that he pressed? That's a control for a clock. And he just pressed stop to open a channel. Look, I know this movie probably didn't have the greatest budget, but we didn't have to even see that.
My scans show no known vessel in the Aquarius quadrant. It could be.
Why does the robot talk like that?
Never seen any.
Something about that object, it just gives me a scared feeling.
A scared feel? It makes me scared. It scares me.
Captain.
Oh my God! Who wrote this?
Some metal.
We can see the whole set on the.
And
some type of.
What was that?
Energy shockwave.
That's not a... Those are... Satan in space!
Well, this is turning into a wonderful day.
That's your reaction to seeing the sigil of Baphomet appear in space?
Space law dictates we have to invest.
Space debris... Not everything has to have the word space in it if you're already in space.
Could be a space anomaly, but let's just be safe.
Again, everything doesn't have to be space. Oh, that's why there's a CG halt, so we can get shots like that. And that. You know, tip for whoever wants to do something like this, at least try to make sure that the digital sets you're building kind of look like the real sets. We're not even going to attempt to hide the LED lights that we're using to light the scene, right? That's a white... What the hell? Okay.
What the hell just happened?
It looked like one of those, like, flappy arm things that you see outside car dealerships. Also, I was going to say, that's a dry erase. This was totally filmed in an office or a school. Again, we can see the crew right there. There they are. They have a transporter. Of course they do.
I was attacked. A tentacle monster. Strange. And then it was just gone.
That was not a tentacle monster. Those were just sleeves in a blow dryer. Sir, the JPEG is coming straight for the ship. It's not even a ping.
Pan the camera around so we can get a good look.
By camera, you mean his face. Again, we can see the crew and the lights. I feel like this is a little shorter than he is. I feel like the camera should be a lot higher up for his POV shots. I'm gonna find a bag of ancient Doritos? What? Excuse me?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Humanoid figure standing 2 meters away.
That's not 2 meters.
What is this place?
You
have gotten him some gloves.
Regular.
The star is called Regulus.
Affecting his sensors.
I'm sorry, space pressure? Space pressure!
Humanoid. What is your name?
The Stewart Designs.
Our Legion.
No, we are wearing a monkey mask. Whose hand was that?
Fox.
This is just lazy. Like, there's a way to make a movie for very little money and have it both look good and be good. I mean, there's plenty of examples out there. This is both trying way too hard to do way too much and also failing spectacularly at going that far. Well, there's a shot I never thought I'd see in any capacity. What the hell are they? What is that? How does this look worse than 1987 Star Trek Next Gen effects? How?
So strange.
Also, no spacesuits, nothing like that. And why do you have a light shining down from the tip of your gun? Wait, is the light actually coming out of the front of the gun? Is that... No, it's not. It's under it. Okay. It's a chair. You don't have chairs in the 31st century?
Check out this monitor.
How is that different from what you have on your ship? There's a cathode TV behind the guy. Come on! Be a cyborg, you really, literally could have just had a guy with a little face paint and maybe some contacts. That would have looked 1,000 times better than this baked potato of a monstrosity.
Looks like something tore him to pieces.
What do you mean pieces? What pieces? He's whole.
Nerby.
Nerby's going bye-bye.
That's an order.
Could you not point your gun at her? There's Blu-rays here. Who was living here? recently. Is this part of the movie that came before this that I didn't see? Oh, he's still alive? Or preserved?
Strange. Very strange.
Well, strange is one way of putting it.
Report us back. Is he dead?
No, not quite. I'm getting
He's only mostly dead?
definitive.
Does he have a pulse? Is he breathing?
I think he
this
holds
is
the
not...
key. Just a hunch.
Did the camera just go out of focus?
Wrong,
do what?
but it would.
I have to report this to Madam Tice.
Where are they that there needs to be a pole there? And again, your Apple monitor...
Giant black hole, a fiery pentagram, a strange craft, and a derelict humanoid in suspended animation?
Yeah, that's the plot of the movie right there.
Captain, report back to me if you have any new information. Tice out.
Honestly, why they're not just launching that nuke at the black hole or the house?
No! Daphne, no!
My reaction to watching this movie so far.
Alstead, we have an emergency.
What is it?
It's when something unexpectedly bad happens, Captain, but that's not important right now.
Fuck, you're old.
They just take the red alert symbol from Star Trek?
Yeah, live long and suck it!
Yeah, we're gonna ignore the fact that the bandage is covering up an actual hand and not a stump. I know launch procedures. There's nothing on the screen.
Damn, how did he even know the launch sequence?
Again, this movie's doing my job for me. Stop it!
For the trouble I caused.
Yeah, I'm sorry for almost nuking the ship.
What, we can't interrogate this fool too?
That's a captain's job. Beat it.
Sure, Captain.
Well, just the director's neighbors, right? This is who they got to act in this movie.
Earth. That was in the Prime Galaxies. It was destroyed by an imploding sun hundreds of years ago.
Words actually make sense.
We're going to need God's help. Even here, in the outer reaches of space.
No, not even God can save this movie.
God to assist, and we were suddenly whisked into the heavens. We ended up here.
Ravings of a lunatic.
There's a floating house, a fiery pentagram, and a weird swirling black hole outside your ship.
It won't stop until it destroys everything with its vile touch.
It doesn't seem to be doing that good of a job if it's taking like 50 years just to kind of kill maybe like 2-3 dozen people back on Earth.
There's something happened. Why can't it be evil?
Why can't it be a unicorn? Why can't it be Smurfs?
Going on.
What the hell are those things?
Testing in his detainment cell.
We're gonna need his help.
I love how we've got like really, really tight close-ups on everybody so you can't actually see where we are. Wait, university something. Did I see that? Mansfield University. Okay. We could not even be bothered to take that off, the dry erase marker. We just put those things, whatever the hell those things are. Man, they didn't even care. I mean, I've seen movies that just flat out don't care. This one less than didn't care. I don't know how that's possible. Was there somebody on the production team whose sole job was to make sure that as many things as possible were done incorrectly? Please haunt the Apple monitor, that would be hilarious. So, evil looks like a cheap monkey mask. Again, look! Like actual, like, cathode tube monitors. Like...
Where am I?
In a really cheap movie. Seriously, pair of gloves! Come on! Like, this is like the same kind of crap they pulled on cats.
What the fuck?
Again, this movie is basically putting my reactions to this movie on screen.
Where is everybody?
Why am I green screened?
Damn
Have you even hit it once? Like, so this is what the devil decides to do, and just kind of like fuck with people in their dreams. You aim the gun straight at your head. What the hell is that speaker back there? I haven't had one of those in like 20 years. Alright, that's just annoying.
I want to.
You know, in Event Horizon at this point, they were already talking about basically firing missiles at the thing, so I'm just saying.
Stay away! Stay away!
I mean, the devil's kind of a dick here, but he's also not really doing a lot in terms of, like, destroying things. He's just kind of messing with people.
How did I get here?
Everybody's asked the same goddamn question. Can we do this?
Who are you?
I go by.
You're gonna ask that in that tone?
His light could not pierce the darkness that I am.
I'm glad I have the subtitles on, because I would not be able to understand half the things this guy's saying. There's a typo in the... Jeez.
Creation of what?
He's taking talking to a being of pure evil very much in stride. All he knew... The subtitles aren't even right. Jesus Christ!
You probably should ignore that.
Then we wage war, and humans are our pawns.
Also, why are you explaining all this to him?
The war between good and evil continues. Here, now.
What the hell is going on with the lighting here?
And I suppose that fits your plan?
Again, the subtitles don't match what's being said.
Weak, ugly, easily led like sheep.
Subtitles don't match again. God.
I won't let you do that.
They didn't care. They just didn't care.
Now. What do you have? A mere 30 years left, if you're lucky. You won't be around to witness my conquering of the cause.
Why not do this before? Why were you waiting to get launched in a house to the edge of fuck knows where?
Is there a problem?
Some very strange things are happening here.
Can we nuke them? Please.
Get back to Aquarius as requested and forget about the black hole for now.
She got them crazy eyes.
And the pentagram, what do the elders think of that?
They have determined it is nothing more than a cosmic anomaly, and it will burn itself out soon.
Yeah, an anomaly that looks exactly like the sign of Baphomet. Don't even have the budget to show the... Wow. How do you have effects that look like this and then everything else? These were pre-generated assets. They had to.
Captain, there's some evil will spread across this galaxy like a plague.
Again, it didn't exactly spread when it was on Earth, so...
We need a plan.
Wait, what did he say?
The house is its life source, for whatever reason.
No! No! I reject the premise of this!
Why?
All right.
Why? That thing's not that old. Lucifer's been around for millions and billions of years. And why this house?
We go to the house, we set the charges, we blow up the house when we get back, and then we nuke the black hole.
Push the house into the black hole? Just take your ship and give it a nudge? Maybe?
This bite is from the soul.
The hell does that mean? Somebody just went to the toy section at Walmart, got a bunch of guns, and just painted them red, right?
Good luck, everyone. We'll need it.
Again, wouldn't the simplest solution just be to use the ship to push the house in?
Yes?
He's preparing to destroy the house.
I see.
Wow, you didn't even try to lie to her.
Here, put that blaster down! Oh! Oh!
That had to be the single most undignified death I've ever seen in a movie. I'm trying to think of how that could have been worse, but I'm coming up blank. It disintegrated. What the Lost in Space is that?
Where are we? The 70s?
You know, I've gotten pretty drunk in my life. I don't think I've ever gotten to the point where I thought putting something like that in a movie was a good idea. I mean, what is that supposed to... Is it a demon, an alien? What am I looking at?
Spirit, go back to whence you came. The power of God commands you.
And we just cut the thing out of the shot.
Do you have a photon decelerator?
What's that?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It relocates molecular structures and moves them across a light beam. What's that?
We can get back to the ship manually.
You could have just said that. So? Jesus Christ, why is this movie doing my job for me? Also, why was this not brought up earlier? Boom, I guess. None of you saw or heard that. Jesus.
Damn, I'll bet he's headed to launch the missile.
We gotta stop him.
I'm 90% sure that the actor's just kind of clocked out at this point. Kerbal Space Program has better graphics than this.
The launch sequence has been started and can't be stopped. You lose.
That's not even the same rocket we saw a second ago. And boom. Okay, missile blows up the pentagram. Now what? And how do they get back to the bridge so fast?
We're just adrift. We just have to wait until another ship comes to get us.
There isn't enough time.
They're gonna get sucked into the black hole? That's not pouring any water out, you're just shaking the bottle. This is only slightly dumber than the ending to Shark Side of the Moon.
Ready the laser cannon.
How do you know they have a laser cannon? I guess.
Welcome home, Father.
Thanks, God. Was that supposed to be God? I'm underwhelmed.
Where do you think we're gonna go once we get sucked in?
Beyond today and past tomorrow.
Captain, you're high. Okay. What the hell are these things?
Wyoming 227.
Very well. You may return to Aquarius.
But the evil survives!
Would you like us to make another suite?
Everything has gone to plan.
Oh, God. Alright, let's talk about that. Like I said, there is a fine line between so bad it's good, cheesy but endearing, cheap but wonderful, low budget but good. This was terrible. This was just as bad as I thought. Actually, no, wait, I take that back. This was actually even worse than I thought. I don't think people who worked on this cared. That's horrible. There's certain horror movies, like even low budget horror movies, where you can tell that people at least put the time in. They tried to do something. And that attempt to actually put something decent on screen, definitely comes through in the performances and the way that the movie feels. This had none of that. I don't... There were so many just minor things that could have been done to make this movie better that they didn't do, and it just smacks of laziness. So, there we go. Amityville in Space. I'm gonna go chug some bleach and try to forget what I just saw. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.